What's going on, you guys? This is Ian McKenzie with the Average Bros Fitness Podcast slash YouTube channel slash media slash every single thing you need to level the fitness playing field for yourself in dieting and exercise, right? That is why I'm here, to give you guys expert opinions from people who have been through it, with incredible stories, to fitness professionals, to videos, absolutely everything you need to learn how to become your own personal trainer and implement only the most factual stuff into your life and learn how to adapt it to your specific needs, right? So today we're going to be talking about reverse dieting. And I'm going to tell you guys only the most important points of reverse dieting. And it is such a missing ingredient in today's society, with all of the fad diets we have roaming around, with all of the marketing and everything that looks shiny and nice, right? We don't think about reverse dieting. So I'm going to tell you guys all about it. And what I hope that you get from this is the ability to take the concept of reverse dieting and make it something that works for you, something that is usable, and hopefully something that makes you feel better and experience more progress in your individual fitness life. So let's get started. So reverse dieting is based on the concept of training your metabolism, right? You are building a different foundation from which you can subtract calories from, right? So when people come up to me and talk about having a slow metabolism, it's something that might be slow in the moment, but the fact of the matter is that you can train your metabolism in one of those two directions. You can go up with it or you can go down with it, right? And what I have here, it says food restriction equals a survival challenge to your body. The more you restrict your food consumption, the more your body feels like it's got to conserve, right? The more it feels drained, the more energy it does not have, right? So it goes into this survival mode because you're not giving it enough, right, to go on. So your body adapts to whatever you're giving it in that moment. And what you can do ultimately is give yourself, eat more calories, right? But once you've gotten to a point where your body relies on that calorie count as your maintenance, then you might be able to reduce the calories and go into a more successful fat burning type of diet, right? So that's the whole point. As you restrict food, your body is going to respond to that, and it's going to operate the way it needs to on the little bit of food you're giving it. So that's what you can expect from what you're doing that just keeps cutting calories. And in fact, I think a lot of people need to strive to do some form of reverse dieting before they even go down the road of a diet. Most of the time, we're not eating enough of the good stuff. We're not getting enough protein. So I oftentimes think that your first step, given any progress that you want to see in yourself, should start with some form of reverse dieting and making sure your maintenance is high enough so that you can subtract from, right? Like Arnold said, you can't carve a pebble. There's not enough there. So that's what you need with your dieting, and that is what reverse dieting endeavors to do if you implement it properly, right? So like I said earlier, reverse dieting trains your metabolism up so that you can cut calories from a higher point. And the thing we have to know about metabolism is that it's broken down into three different subcategories. You have your BMR, which is the living fuel burn, what your body consumes just by existing. Our organs take calories, just our body doing its natural, normal body stuff. That's going to burn calories, right? And the article said something very interesting in accordance with that. Whenever you think about fit individuals compared to individuals who might need to make a change, there is a difference that we find, right? Fit individuals can actually as much as triple their BMR, and that's what this article says. Because they have a lot of, they're fueling themselves, right? So their body can keep burning. You're stoking the fire. That's what you're doing. So your body is just burning. So when they're doing nothing, it's burning. It just keeps burning. Whereas with people who don't eat that much food, they're not going to feel like that. They feel hungry. They feel tired. They feel fidgety. They don't feel ready to go into the gym and do a workout, right? And then the last part of it was the thermic effect of food, which accounts for about 10%. That's what this article says, right? So the thermic effect of food is going to be that last ingredient, but you don't have to really think about that one too much. I wouldn't I'm not sitting here every day going, oh man, my thermic effect, I got to make sure that's pretty high. Nah, just is if you do reverse dieting the proper way, you're going to be gradually implementing calories back in. Anyway, maintenance changes. So as you eat more, you burn more. As you burn more, you eat more, right? So they feed into each other. As you burn less, you eat less. And as you eat less, you burn less, right? So your maintenance changes. And what is so interesting here is that the same food, right, that might be considered a surplus when you were at such a low calorie deficit, if you reverse diet, that same food can be considered a deficit, right? So basically you're not guilty. It's kind of working in the opposite direction, right? You don't feel guilty because if you reverse diet and you're up higher, then you can cut calories without really feeling ashamed or stressed out. It's easier to deal with, right? When you guys begin reverse dieting, it does start with some form of weight gain because you are indeed adding calories back in. So just be prepared. The mental barrier that you have to jump over when you reverse diet is very real because there's something inside of us that says we're going in the wrong direction. Like, I can't be adding calories. That's going to make things worse. That's going to increase the number on the scale. Yeah, it might, but sometimes you'll see that your weight goes down as you go through reverse dieting because you're implementing all of this food that's making you burn more as you go throughout the day. So that's the thing you have to remember when you're doing reverse dieting is that it might be a little bit depressing in the beginning because you're not seeing the number go down, but you are developing a system of body recomposition when you go about reverse dieting. So just know that that's what's going to happen, right? How long? The article recommends about 12 weeks because you need time to sort of get into it, right? It's one of those things that you have to work yourself into a maintenance with, and then you can kind of keep it steady and see how you feel, see what happens, right? And then if you're looking to do something more severe, then you go ahead and you cut the calories. And I've said that before. You are creating a new baseline from which you can then more effectively diet. So that's the whole point. When you guys approach the gym with reverse dieting, you go into it with the idea of lifting weights. What this article says, and I do agree with this, is that when you implement cardio, you're kind of just burning calories for the sake of burning calories. They're not going anywhere. That's the thing. So I love this idea that if you're going to approach working out correctly, put your calories into something. Use the calories for something, as opposed to just getting rid of them. To me, that's what cardio does. It gets rid of the calories. If you're reverse dieting, you're at a slight surplus, you don't have the room to sit there and keep up with extra cardio that you've given yourself. Then you have to eat more to sustain that. And then it becomes something like the regular version of dieting that you were doing before. So that's why it becomes very important for you to put your focus more solely on the weightlifting aspect if you're going to reverse diet properly. And then on cheat days, it says, and I agree with this too, when you're sticking with reverse dieting, you want to take the average of your calories in that week, right? You can't just cheat. So if you're spending the time, eating, gradually implementing calories, and then you have a day where you just kind of eat a crap ton of bad food, that's going to defeat the purpose because this is still a system. This is still something that needs to be regulated. Even though it sounds fun and it sounds like a great way to go about things, it still requires regulation. You still have to focus on getting the amount of calories you want to get in during the week. So if you wanted to do it from more of a carb cycling direction, that's fine. Eat less on a certain day when you're not working out, and then eat more on the day that you are working out so that your average calories during the week averages out. So that's why they say don't do cheat days, because it is still meant to be a diet, right? It is still meant to be a regulated nutrition plan. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know because I am here for you guys. Go check out averagebrosfitness.com. There's videos, there's podcasts, and the podcasts are all interview-based. And I interview people with amazing stories from all walks of life. as well as fitness professionals and amazing people to show you guys that the fitness playing field, the real fitness playing field, is actually level, right? The clear line of fitness can be seen if we know that the quality of information is just as good from a fitness professional as it is from an average bro with a great story. So go check out the videos. There's going to be more of them coming at you. Go check out the live events, you guys. I do on the Facebook page a live personal training Q&A every single Monday at 7:30 Eastern time. Sorry, not Eastern time, Central Standard Time, right? That is for anybody. It's completely free. I'm trying to give you guys absolutely every way to be able to develop something for yourself. So hopefully it helps. And thank you guys for being so patient and sticking with me.